Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, yeah. Hugh is taking a lot of grief, and a former Bama quarterback has called him full of crap. Only he didn't use the word crap. It is getting very dicey down in Auburn land, and people are getting fed up. And Bama is killing it in recruiting, and Auburn, they're not even showing up. I mean, this doesn't even make sense. And Hugh is out there on the golf course, as usual. So we got to get into this, and man, people are talking down there in Alabama. Now, A.J. McCarron, of course, he played at Alabama, had tons of success down there with Saban, which, look, if you were a starting quarterback at Alabama during that 10, 12 years where it got ridiculous, you won a natty. And A.J. is not buying into this Auburn stuff of Hugh out playing golf every day. In the meantime, they're getting killed in recruiting. And Auburn's got this way of looking at recruiting right now in this house settlement, which really nobody is going down that path except them, certainly not in the SEC. And it's not working out so good for them. But as you know, I never bury the lead. Let's hear what AJ had to say about Mr. Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze is full of shit. I think Hugh Freeze is trying to do whatever he can to save face. He's starting to feel pressure at Auburn, going into his third year, not having the success that the alumni, the boosters, everybody donating a lot of money thought that he would have by this point. I think he's trying to figure out and scramble on why they are not successful. And it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, right? The state of Alabama is ran by Alabama fans, Alabama alumni, whether you like it or not, right? And I've never been one to absolutely just hate on Auburn. Hell, I've caught hell from Alabama fans for cheering for some of my friends that played at at Auburn. If you are from the state of Alabama, I think it is dumb for you not to sign with the University of Alabama. Your avenue for success with life after football is a lot greater, bigger, however you want to describe it, I think, with being a ex-Alabama football player compared to Auburn.
Yeah, it's getting pretty thick down there, and the Auburn fans are getting upset now. Hugh came out and he talked about it a little bit, about why he thinks they're doing it the right way at Auburn as opposed to how all these other teams are doing it that are getting a ton of recruits and they're getting very few. And I'll let you hear what Hugh has to say.
It does seem kind of strange that we're like some of the lowest range of numbers. I mean, we're like, really, really low compared to some, and I'm trying to figure that out. But I do think it'll shake out in the long run. But it is complicated and hard to sit there and feel great about. But I feel great about our relationships, and I feel great about Auburn. And I know the families know that, and I do think just after we win games this fall, which I'm confident we will, I think it'll all kind of shake itself out.
August 1 is the first date that a prospective student-athlete can receive an offer on paper. Okay, that's a big day. It's not rumor, it's not innuendo, it's not this person says this, it's an offer on paper. We're a good distance away from August the 1st, and we're a really good distance away from December.
Let's also hear what he told David Pollock.
I'm going to operate in the manner that our administration has interpreted it. I think it's a long game play for us that I think is going to work out in our favor because we're doing it very transparent in the way we believe the settlement is written to operate, if that makes any sense. And the other thing that nobody talks about, I don't listen to much. I'm not on social media anymore. My daughter does it. Well, Freeze is not getting this receiver in state, and he's not getting, do y'all realize on paper, I'm not losing a single receiver. This is not like David in the old days where you just sign 25 guys and then you figure out who the 85 are. This is actually a salary cap world, and I like our receiver room. How do I go and make offers to other receivers at numbers that these other schools are when I'm like, in January, I kind of want to keep the one I have?
All right, yeah, Auburn's position is you've got $20.5 million total, and they're not really tying in a lot of this collective money or NIL, as we like to call it. They're saying, hey, this is the cap. We're going to operate under it just like it's a salary cap in the NFL. And if we offer $400,000, we're not going to offer another $400,000 in NIL for an $800,000 offer like a lot of teams are doing. You know, I can tell you what, Alabama's picked up 5 stars. A 5-star is about $1 million. Depending on the position, if it's a quarterback, it's well over that. But you're not going to pick up a 5-star for less than $1 million or close to it. If they're at 20.5 and they've picked up 5 stars, and realize 20.5 is total, that includes your basketball team. Look, everybody's including NIL and the collective, especially this year. I mean, Texas is reportedly spending between 35 and 40 million just on their football team. So they're not staying under the 20.5, probably 15 of which would be your football. And very few teams, I don't think Ohio State, Tennessee, all these different teams are going to do that. You're not picking up 5 stars doing that. And Alabama's already got another dozen 5 stars on their team already. So everybody's using the collective money and all of that. Auburn has decided they're not going to do that. They're all about following the rules, and they're going to follow the rules no matter what.
Carnival personnel only. Damn! You're not Carnival personnel! He's not Carnival personnel!
Yeah, Carnival personnel only. And that may make you feel good, I guess, in the boardroom. But when you get on that football field, it's not going to make you feel, especially in the future if you don't have the players. So I get his point, but he's playing by a set of rules nobody else is playing by. And the Auburn fans are getting very frustrated, and you're seeing a ton of people on social media that are really letting out their frustrations. Here's probably the most consistent thing I've seen under Auburn recruiting.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Well, that's a very offensive way to put it.
Yeah, that is a very offensive way of saying that. Now, everybody calm down. I'm not talking. I don't do politics on this channel. Relax. Joe, tell him.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man. There, you got Biden, you got Trump. Everybody calm down. You got to see both sides. He's talking politics. Oh, he said the name. He said those names. It's going to be okay. It's not going real well for Hugh. I can just tell you, it's very frustrating for a lot of folks. And here's an Auburn fan. I think he's trying to take everything in stride as best he can, but it's not been easy.
As I'm sure everyone's seen by now, Shadarius Tootle flips his commitment from Auburn to Georgia. And I can't lie, Auburn football recruiting in a really tough spot right now. A lot of negative momentum going against them. And I'm getting more and more concerned by the day. And I'm just kidding. I couldn't care less that Auburn's recruiting class is outside the top 50 for 2026 right now. It means nothing. National Signing Day is 8 months away. Who cares? Do y'all not forget there's a football season between now and then? Do y'all not know that Auburn's making the playoff this year? Don't you think that's going to help Auburn just a little bit in recruiting? Auburn football recruiting is just fine in 2026. Hugh Freeze did an absolute masterclass in recruiting in 2024 and 2025, and 2026 is going to be his best class yet after he makes the playoffs this year. War Dam and AA knows.
Well, there's a guy that's keeping positive. I don't know, though. It feels like things are kind of slipping away for Hugh.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Yeah, it's definitely I don't know if it's a 5-alarm fire, but it's getting there. And here's the thing. Again, Hugh's only going to be owed $13 million after this year. So if things do go poorly and they somehow have a third losing season in a row under him, $13 million would be their lowest buyout out of the last 3. They paid Gus $20.5. They paid Brian Harsin $15 and change. So $13, that's a discount. No big deal there. So I think they've got their bases covered. If Hugh has a great season and his recruiting improves, everything's fine. If he doesn't, give him his $13 million and go get another coach. And don't you even think about going after Josh Heupel. I know what you're thinking. I've heard about your little list and how he's on the top of it. No, this is not going to be another Bruce Pearl. And yes, that worked out great for you, but he's not on the market, so forget it. Auburn, I'm watching. And let's see where they are right now May take a minute to get down to them. Let's see. They're not. Let's see. Well, there's Tennessee at 13th. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Da, 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 da.
Let's go while we're young.
And we're going to need a cart for this back nine. All right, I've got to hit the dreaded load more. Ugh. You never want to hit load more, folks. That is not good. Let's there's South Carolina at 58. They're getting a little concerned there. They got some decent recruits, though. Let's see. There's Missouri, 74. Hey, you know what? They're up 6. They were at 84th last time I checked. They're up to 78. 88 average. That's a 3-star average. 6 3-stars. They picked up a 4-star, so, hey, you got that going for you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not buying this theory they've got of just sticking to the 20.5 and thinking the NCAA is going to come in and smack all these teams that spend more than that because of their collectives and NIL. NIL is allowed. And if you think for a second this House settlement's going to survive judicial scrutiny, it's just, it's so not. I can see it now. A judge. Now think about judges. Judges aren't necessarily sports fans. You're going to go in there, but they're going to see this as like a company. And they're going to say, oh, well, this person broke the rules and they're suing because they don't think they did. And the judges say, well, what'd they do? Well, they brought in this player and they paid him in this salary cap amount, but they went over that because this company over here wanted to have him promote their business and they paid him an extra $250,000. And we don't like that. That's against these rules here in the House settlement. You know what the judge is going to say? That young man over there, did he agree to that settlement? Was he part of that? No, Judge, he didn't have anything to do with that, but he still got to follow those rules. And the judge is going to say, really, why? Was he involved in the collective bargaining? Was his union represented? Was he represented? No, Judge, but it's the settlement. And we signed a blood oath, and here's the blood oath. And you know what the judge is going to do? Blood oath, huh? Get out of here with that nonsense. This is the United States, the Sherman Act. You've got to let that person make their money. Boom, done. History. It's just not going to survive it. Collective bargaining, that's the answer. Anyway, go ahead, Auburn. Be the school monitor. Go out there and play by these so-called rules. Maybe it'll work out for you. Who knows, but I doubt it. Here's Alabama. 5-star, 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 5-star. Good luck competing with that. It's not going to work out. So anyway, we'll all watch and see. There's still some faithful down there that are going to, they're going to try to keep their heads up, but it's not looking good. Anyway, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me know continue to cover all these big college sports stories. If you've not subscribed, boom, 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 hit that button right there. It won't cost you a dime. Help you get my videos. And right over here's the most recent video, YouTube. Thanks, you'll enjoy. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.
He's got a beautiful backswing. Dad, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy.